Hey, how's it going, y'all? Yes, I guess Bucky was first after all. All right, so let's see if we get other people in here. Is Ohana live right now? Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Yeah. All right, so what do y'all want to get started with? What do y'all want to start talking about first? I'll let y'all choose. She asked if y'all going to stream the wedding. I mean, I'm just saying, if y'all stream the wedding, you can stream the wedding. Bucky, be quiet. Be quiet, Bucky. If y'all want to stream the wedding, Elisa, be sure to watch. I don't think you want to. No, I understand. I understand. Yeah. I don't know. For those of y'all that saw what was coming out, what do y'all want to talk about first? What y'all want to talk about first? Those of y'all that know what's coming out. Bambi? What? No, we're not talking about Bambi. Why are we going to talk about Bambi? We're not going to talk about Bambi. In case you didn't read the title, Bucky, it's Marvel, not no Disney characters. So I saw the panel earlier, the Marvel panel. I was watching it earlier. So I got to watch that pretty good panel that they had at San Diego Comic Con in Hall H, infamous Hall H. That is. I know it's Disney. I'm just saying this is Marvel, not like no other Disney stuff. This is all Marvel right here. So yeah, so I watched Marvel panel earlier that they had yesterday. I watched it earlier, and pretty good panel. They talk about all their upcoming movies and upcoming shows that they released, that they're going to release, and so what the hell? Really, really, really? This person, really, really? All right, I was saying. So they discussed all the upcoming movies that are coming out and the shows that are also coming out also. And then there's a couple ones that they did get to discuss, but they announced at the end. So I was trying to give y'all a chance. Well, if Nick was here, I don't know if Nick is still here. He knows about it because he saw it too. All the releases. So I was saying what y'all want to talk about first. Yes, I'm live again, Brent. I'm live again. I'm trying to see what you want to talk about first. So Brent, what do you want to talk about first? Or Nick? Nick was here too. I don't know where he went. What do y'all want to talk about first? Y'all let me know. For those of y'all that saw the releases, you want to talk about Blade, Falcon, and Winter Soldier? All right, we we can talk about Blade. So the thing with Blade is so I'm sure y'all know of Blade, the original Blade trilogy, back in the early 2000s. Wesley Snipes played Blade. So this one they did not really discuss about. Whenever I watched the panel, they didn't really discuss. It was actually teased at the end of the panel. Like they brought everybody back out that was part of the movies and all that stuff like that. It was they talked about movies and all that stuff like that, and they brought back everybody that was part of the whole panel. So and they took like a picture or whatever stuff like that, you know. And then they were saying, "Oh wait, there's one more thing we got to do." So what they Kevin Feige was talking about, he said, "There's one more thing we got to do, or one more person that we got to bring up on stage." So they brought up on stage. If y'all know who the actor is, he's a is he a two-time actor or two-time Oscar-winning actor? I can't remember. He either won one or two Oscars. I'm not sure. But the actor that they brought up on stage was Mahershala Ali. If y'all know who that is, he came out in Hunger Games. He came out in believe what's that movie, Moonlight or something like that. I think it was. And then the previous movie he came out in was I think Green Book. They came out this year or last year, something like that. But Mahershala Ali came out on stage, and Kevin Feige was like saying, "Oh, look, it looks like you have a hat of your own. What does your hat say?" So he takes the hat out, right, and he opens it up and he puts it on his head, and on top of the hat it says Blade. So and then everybody went crazy, you know, over that. Everybody went crazy, and then they showed on the big screen also behind him. They said Blade and like a kind of a sword type of lettering. So it was officially confirmed that we are getting a Blade movie in the future. Yeah, Mahershala Ali is a pretty good actor. I've seen a couple of his movies. He's a pretty good actor. So I'm actually not. I'm actually not like. I'm actually kind of on board with who they chose as the Blade actor because he's a pretty good actor. Mahershala Ali is pretty good. So I'm not like not against who they chose as Blade. So I think he would do a good job as Blade, portraying Blade. So it was officially confirmed that we are getting a Blade movie. I know it's been talks about, Blade movie. It wasn't really rumored that we were getting a Blade movie about it too. Whenever he came out, it was saying, I know y'all heard the rumors of like Kevin Feige was saying. I know y'all heard the rumors about X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Captain Marvel and all that stuff like that, movies that are coming out. But it wasn't really rumored that we were going to do a Blade movie. There was just talks, but there was no rumors of it going around. So that's when they brought him out and all that stuff like that. And they officially confirmed that we are getting a Blade movie. So we're getting that movie, which is going to be pretty cool. I'm excited for it. I like the Wesley Snipes ones. The original trilogy was pretty good. I like those ones. So to be able to bring the character back and then bring it into the MCU would be a good way to have them in the MCU and have that movie. Yeah, so Blade's going to be in the MCU. Means Luke Cage is not canon. Yeah, I think he comes out in Luke Cage, right? Well, I mean, I think technically those shows weren't like necessarily canon, or were they? Oh, they weren't like really necessarily on there. Brant as Blade, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But yeah, so Blade, we're getting a Blade movie. No telling if it'll be more than one, but we're getting one in the future. And Sling Blade is a sequel to Blade. Yeah, so we're getting a Blade movie. Mahershala Ali will be playing Blade. No news on what the plot is going to be or anything like that was going to be about. But yeah, I mean, sure, y'all know what it was. It's Blade. He hunts and fights vampires, so we're going to be getting that aspect into the MCU. Should be an interesting one to see in the MCU. So we'll get Blade movie. See, Nick was talking about Doctor Strange. See Doctor Strange and Yeah, the Multiverse into Madness. I think it was called something like that. So, before I talk about the Doctor Strange one, let me go ahead and talk about the actual show that leads up into Doctor Strange, the second movie to Doctor Strange. So, we are getting a. I'm sure y'all heard about the new Disney Plus streaming service. Disney is Disney is making their own streaming service, pretty much similar to Netflix. It's called Disney Plus. So Disney Plus should be starting, I think, at the end of this year, or it'll be start. It'll be starting. I think the end of this year. I think Disney Plus will be starting the end of this year. So it's pretty much going to be like Netflix, but specifically for Disney. And then they'll actually add the new properties on there. Like they just bought Fox, so that means they'll have the Fox properties on the new Disney streaming service. So you're going to get Disney, you're going to get all the Marvel stuff, you're going to get all Star Wars, you're going to get all the Fox properties too that they just bought. So all that stuff is going to be on the new Disney streaming service that I believe starts at the end of this year. I believe I could be wrong, but I think it starts at the end of this year. The Disney Plus streaming service, and it's actually not that. It's actually not a bad price either. It's I believe it's like under $10. Also, I think it's like eight. It's like $8 or $9 a month. So it's actually not a bad price. Around the price of Netflix. So that's definitely something to look into if you're interested in that. But on the new Disney streaming service, trying to remember. Correct me, because I know Nick knows about this stuff too. But correct me if I'm wrong, Nick. I think the new WandaVision show. That's the name of the new Scarlet Witch show. That's the WandaVision is what's called this new Scarlet Witch show. Scarlet Witch is getting her own show, and it's coming out with also Vision, and it's also coming out with Monica Rambeau. If y'all are familiar with Monica Rambeau, she is the little girl from Captain Marvel. So, with this being after Endgame, we are actually going to get a grown up Monica Rambeau. And with that being said, I have a guess that we will actually be getting, since we're getting Monica Rambeau in the show, my guess is that we could actually get Photon. You know, if y'all know who Photon is basically Monica Rambeau as the new Captain Marvel, but she goes by the name Photon. So that's just a guess for me. I don't know if y'all think it the same way. That might happen, but that's just a guess. Like I don't know if she's actually going to have powers or anything. They didn't say if she was or not, but they did say that she's going to be coming out in the show. So my guess is just a guess, just saying. But my guess is that possibly we could get Monica Rambeau as Photon in the new Scarlet Witch show. I believe the Scarlet Witch show is going to come out in 2020, I think, or 2021. Let me see. I should look this up actually. They have it on Instagram, so let me see if I can pull this up real quick. So I don't want to give wrong information. So let me see here. Let me look it up real quick. I think it's 2021. I think. Let me see. They have it all right here. Where's it at? Okay, yeah. So the new Scarlet Witch show called WandaVision will be released on the Disney Plus streaming service on in spring 2021. So that's sorry, my throat's a little dry. So that's when we're getting the show. The Scarlet Witch show is going to come out in spring 2021 on the Disney Plus streaming service. So that's the little thing about the show. But leading into Doctor Strange, the next Doctor Strange movie, which is called Doctor Strange. The movie is called Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So, why I mentioned the Scarlet Witch show first is because the Scarlet Witch show, they said during the panel, actually leads into the Doctor Strange movie. they had said that the show leads directly into the movie. So you have to watch the show that leads in directly into the Doctor Strange movie, because actually Scarlet Witch will be appearing in the next Doctor Strange movie with Doctor Strange. The next Doctor Strange movie is called Doctor Strange into in the multiverse of madness. So, um, if those of y'all that watch Far From Home, Spider-Man Far From Home, y'all know, if y'all watched it already, y'all know that Mysterio mentioned there was a multiverse. Now, I mean, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it. I'm sorry, but to like further give information about this. So basically, Mysterio said there was a multiverse. So I mean, it turned out he was wrong, but not necessarily he is wrong. He wasn't from a multiverse. He was from that Earth. But I like how they did in Spider-Man Far From Home. They mentioned the multiverse, and they mentioned that he was from like Earth 616, which was pretty cool. Nod to the comics. I think that was a cool nod to the comics, how they said specifically where Earth he was from. But sorry about that. Yeah, if you want to, Alicia, you can time him out still. That's rough. Yeah, so basically, the multiverse has been confirmed from this panel. Um, well, I mentioned in one of my videos before that I don't know why I did not think of the multiverse before. Um, as far as continuing on with the MCU, like I was kind of beating myself up about not actually thinking of the multiverse, but it's confirmed that there is a multiverse, and like I was saying, the Scarlet Witch show leads into the Doctor Strange movie. They said that leads directly into the Doctor Strange movie. So we are going to be getting the Doctor Strange movie. I believe it comes out. All right, so the Doctor Strange movie actually has a release date right now. As of right now, the release date for Doctor Strange is going to be May 7th, 2021. So it's going to come out May 7th, 2021. That's the release date for it so far. Oh, sorry about that. My throat's a little dry, so that's why I'm coughing. So May 7th, 2021 is the release date for Doctor Strange so far. They said that Scarlet Witch is going to be coming up in the movie with Doctor Strange. And they also said, too, that the Doctor Strange movie will actually be horror based. It will be more of a horror element in the Doctor Strange movie. It'll still remain PG-13, so it won't be like super edgy, dark horror like it might be for like a rated R. But they did say that there'll be more horror elements in the Doctor Strange movie, but it'll still remain like PG-13. So it might not be as like scary as like maybe another horror movie or a rated R horror movie, but they still said there'll be horror elements within the Doctor Strange movie. So that's basically all they said about the Doctor Strange movie. The release date, the horror elements that they're having in there, that they said they haven't gave too much plot on what's going to happen with it. So pretty much all these shows they didn't get too much plot. You know what I'm saying? It was just basically saying we're coming out with this, and whoever's going to come out in the movie. Like they show some of the cast people that come out in the movies also. So that's about Doctor Strange. So anything else y'all want to talk about next? You think Nightmare is the villain? That's a pretty good guess. Nightmare being the villain. We can see. I'm wondering if they're ever going to bring Mephisto into the MCU. Like I think eventually they'll bring him in. Mephisto. Like that would be cool if they brought him in sometime. I think they will, but maybe down the line they will. Dormammu, they should definitely try to bring back. Dormammu, I thought was a good addition to the first Doctor Strange movie, but they really could expand on him. You know what I'm saying? The thing with Dormammu was whenever I was watching the first Doctor Strange movie when it came out in 2016, and whenever Doctor Strange came out in 2016, and then Disney did not buy Fox out yet at that time. Like they're still working on stuff, they're still working on deals and stuff like that, but they weren't able to buy out Fox at that time. My like theory or my guess, what they could have done with Dormammu was make him act as the actual Galactus. You know, not like take place over Galactus, but make Dormammu the Galactus type of villain of the MCU. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking when I was watching Doctor Strange movie. I was thinking, since you couldn't have Galactus, maybe you should make Dormammu the more Galactus type of character of the MCU. So that's what I was thinking. That was my reasoning behind it. Freddy Krueger is Doctor Strange's evil nemesis. That's the horror element. Brilliant idea. That'll be funny if they did that, though. I mean, you know, they won't get to do that. All right, but what y'all want to talk about next? I'll go off a list of stuff they have here. We got Eternals. We got Falcon and Winter Soldier. What If? Thor. Loki, Hawkeye, Black Widow. So, what do y'all want to talk about next? Villain Scary Terry. Yeah. I don't know. It's up to y'all. What y'all want to talk about? I named a couple of stuff. What y'all want to say? Black Widow. All right, we can talk about Black Widow. All right, so really, Brent. I mean, not Brent. Rob. All right, so Black Widow. Black Widow. Getting a Black Widow movie. It was like, well, it's kind of confirmed before this panel, kind of confirmed before Endgame. So I'm assuming everybody's seen Endgame already. So as y'all know, Black Widow sadly died in Endgame, sacrificing herself for the Soul Stone. So some of y'all might be surprised about why or how we're getting a Black Widow movie. Like, when does it take place? Supposedly, they said this Black Widow movie will take place after the events of Civil War. So this will be taking place after Civil War, before Infinity War. They said that's when Black Widow movie will be taking place. This will be well, actually, they said they will actually be getting more of an in-depth backstory on her in this movie. So we're actually, like, it'll take place after Civil War, but we're actually going to get more of a backstory and more of a history on her, like how she became who she is and stuff like that. They showed a couple of the cast members earlier during the panel whenever they came out for the Black Widow movie. Yeah, it was confirmed, but they never talked about it. But so far as I know, as far as I've seen so far, the villain might be Taskmaster. For those of y'all that know Taskmaster, sorry, can't talk. For those of y'all that know Taskmaster, I think that's actually a good villain to use for the Black Widow movie. As far as anybody else I could think of, I think Taskmaster will be a good villain for Black Widow in the movie. The thing with Taskmaster is that the way he is that he's able to study and copy the moves of other people. Like, so, like, when he's fighting against somebody, he's able to study them. He's able to copy their moves, and that's how he stays able to keep fighting and all that stuff like that. Like, he's able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's able to copy the moves. He's able to study them. He's able to think ahead of them, like what they expect to do and all that stuff. So that's why Taskmaster could be a great villain for Black Widow, since she's more of the fighting type and stuff like that. And then we'll get, like, if we get the battles between them or stuff like that, we can see how Taskmaster actually develops throughout the film, how he's able to study people, study characters, study fighting styles, and be able to keep beating him or something like that. You know, yeah. Nick also mentioned right there. I see Red Guardian. Red Guardian will be played by David Harbour, I believe. David Harbour, if y'all know, he is the guy from Stranger Things, and he just recently played Hellboy. So he will actually be coming out in the new Black Widow movie. And I'm trying to think who else they said. They showed a couple of cast members for the Black Widow movie. So that's what we're getting. We're going to be getting the Black Widow movie. Hold on, let me see. There's a set date. Hold on, give me a second. There's. Oh, okay. There it is. I see it now. That good movie universe. Shazam was good. Yeah, Shazam was good. We're not talking too much about DC right now. We can do that some other time. Yeah, Rachel Weisz was also one of the cast people that came out for the panel. She'll be in there also. What y'all saying? Yeah. Okay. I'll talk about that next, Brent. So as of right now, the Black Widow movie has a set release date of May 1st, 2020. So that will be the movie that we get next year. That will be the next. I believe that that'll be the next Marvel movie we get. Will be the Black Widow movie. So coming out May 1st, 2020. So look out for that whenever y'all want to see that. So next up, Brant says he wants to talk about the Kung Fu movie and the last 10 Rings. So the movie he's talking about is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings. Yes, that's exactly what's happening, Brent. That's exactly what's happening. Now, this one was already confirmed before Endgame, I believe. This one was already confirmed. Now I wouldn't say I know too much about the character. I know of the character, but I don't know a whole lot about the character. So Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is a upcoming movie that they said will be coming out. We will actually be getting the real Mandarin in there. And if the name, the Mandarin, or the name Ten Rings sound familiar, remember that they have played a part throughout the MCU. They played a part in the first Iron Man film. They are the people who captured Tony Stark and whenever he was in the cave. Those are the Ten Rings. The organization, the Ten Rings, those are the people that caught him and put him in that cave where he built the first Iron Man suit, Mark One. They have been playing a part throughout the other MCU. Remember in Iron Man 3, that one dude that was the fake Mandarin, Trevor Slattery, I think was his name, right? He was the fake Mandarin. So it turns out that he was the fake Mandarin all along. Wasn't a real Mandarin. But they did say, confirm that in this movie that we're getting, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, we will begin the real Mandarin in this movie. They also revealed the actor that would be playing Mandarin. So we are getting the real Mandarin in this movie. Now, I do have a guess for this movie. I'm going to say my guess right now. But my guess is that Trevor Slattery, which was the fake Mandarin in Iron Man 3, might make an appearance. That is my guess. So that is my guess right now, is that Trevor Slattery, the fake Mandarin from Iron Man 3 might make an appearance in this movie. That's just a guess from me. The reason behind my guess is, for those of y'all that know of these short clips, yeah, too bad Iron Man isn't there to fight him, because he was mainly an Iron Man villain too. But the reason behind my guess on why he will appear is because those of you that might know of the Marvel one shot, Marvel one shots are quick, short videos, stories that they did. They did a couple of them. They did a quick one for Agent Carter, I believe. They did a quick one for Nick Fury, where he actually talks about his big week. I think it was called Nick Fury's Big Week, where he actually talks about how he found the Hulk, how he found Thor, and how he found how Iron Man 2 happened all in the same week. So that was there's a little short one about that one. There was another one that they did with the short. It was called All Hail the King. That's what it's called. I think y'all can actually look these videos up on YouTube if you want to look them up and watch them. They're called Marvel One Shots. So Marvel One Shots, if y'all want to look at them, try to find them. That's what they're called, Marvel One Shots. But there was one that was called All Hail the King. Now, the premise of that one in All Hail the King was that Trevor Slattery actually went to prison, because he was the fake Mandarin. So he got accused for all those crimes that he supposedly did, So he went to prison, and, he's in prison. It shows him in prison and stuff like that. And then next thing that happens is that these guys actually try to break him out, actually try to make him escape. And the last thing that they tell him before they ended up breaking him out was, do you want to meet the real Mandarin? So my guess is that Trevor Slattery, based on the Marvel one shot, based on this movie, on what we're getting so far, my guess is that we might see an appearance from Trevor Slattery. That's just a guess from me, though. That's just a guess. I'm not saying it's confirmed or anything. That's just a guess that I think might happen. So I don't know if y'all believe. That's my reasoning behind it. And I tell y'all what happened, what my reasoning, why my reasoning on that is. So if y'all think that might happen, I'm not sure, but that's just a guess from me. That might happen, that Trevor Slattery might make an appearance in that movie. And what did I say? I said that let me see, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is going to be coming out on all right, so as of right now, the set release date for Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings will be February 12th, 2021. So that's the set release date as of right now, February 12th, 2021. Now, I know that Marvel kind of likes that February release date. I noticed that they use the February release date for their more experimental movies. I've been noticing that for past few years now, that they've been using it for their more experimental ones, like the most recent one. I know Captain Marvel came out in March, but the other recent one that came out last year was Black Panther. Came out in February, and look how Black Panther turned out. It was a good movie. It made some good box office bucks during that month. So I think Marvel likes using that February month for their more experimental movies, the more movies that they think will not make the big bucks, but testing it out. So that's why I think they released this one in February, since it's not one of your more popular characters, and not that many people know about it. So that's probably why they're releasing that on February. But of course, most Marvel movies are pretty good, pretty decent. They make that money. So I have faith that this one will probably make some money during that time of the month for February. Should put Iron Fist in it too. Yeah, maybe. If he's able to fit, if he's able to fit No Black Panther, Captain Marvel, or Guardians of Phase 4. Okay, so Nick brings up a point. So at the whenever I was watching the panel, whenever I was watching the panel for Marvel, they were mentioned at the very end before Blade, before they mentioned Blade. They mentioned at the very end before they mentioned Blade. They said that there's a lot more that we don't have time for to discuss, but y'all already know about them. Y'all heard the rumors. Y'all know about them. They've been confirmed. So they did say, even though that they weren't discussed about, they did say that the movies that are confirmed to come out during this time will also be Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and did they say any more? No, I think that was it. I think that's it. So we got Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 coming out throughout Phase 4. They were not able to discuss them because they ran out of time and there was no release dates for them. But they are coming out with those and Mutants. Yes, that's the other one. I knew there was one more missing. I don't know how I missing. Well, actually, there's two more missing. I just remembered. So they also, yes, I know I forgot Brown. There's also one more thing I forgot. So while they were actually discussing, like I was saying, we're getting Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 during Phase 4. They also said that we are going to be, sorry. They also said we're going to be getting Fantastic Four and Mutants. So we are getting, it was confirmed by them yesterday at their panel, we are going to get Fantastic Four and Mutants. Now, Mutants, for those of y'all that might not necessarily know, is the X-Men. People are going on about it right now that there's some discrepancies about it right now that why are they calling them mutants instead of X-Men? I'm not exactly sure why they're calling them mutants right now. I don't think they'll keep calling them mutants throughout the MCU. But I'm not sure about what they're doing with that. So they did say Fantastic Four is confirmed. They said mutants will be coming in the MCU also. They're just working that out. So that's what was also confirmed, but they were not able to discuss or anything because they said they ran out of time and then people already know about the movies. So Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Fantastic Four, Mutants. Those are the other movies that are coming out during Phase 4 also, but they were not able to discuss about. So that's also what's coming out. Fox ruined the X-Men name. Yeah. Sadly enough, whenever Fox had the rights to the X-Men, they weren't always consistent with making good movies. Uh, so I understand why they might not necessarily want to break off and say that it's X-Men necessarily. So that's probably why they're doing that. Spider-Man means unreleased film. Yeah, that's movie, the one that Brent is talking about, New Mutants. So New Mutants was actually supposed to come out. It was supposed to be in out already. I think it was supposed to be out like last year, actually. Like beginning of last year, it was supposed to be out. But it kept getting delayed, kept getting pushed back. We even got trailers and release dates for it, but we never got the movie, kept getting pushed back and all that. So New Mutants was actually something I was looking forward to. Um, was New Mutants was actually going to be a uh, more horror based mutants film. So that's why they were going to do it like that. I did hear that rumor that New Mutants might actually be on the Disney Plus streaming service. So we'll just have to wait and see if that actually comes out to be true. But I did hear some rumor about that. That New Mutants movie will be on the Disney Plus streaming service. That's just rumor though. I don't know if anything has been confirmed yet, but that's just something I heard. So yeah, basically that's let's see what else we got. Let's talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier. Okay. No, I haven't talked about Loki yet. We could talk about Loki. We'll talk about it. Yeah, okay, so Loki. Let's talk about the Loki show then. Nick brings it up. We'll talk about the Loki show. So, when they were discussing the Loki show will also be on. The Loki show will also be on the Disney Plus streaming service. So, our Loki will begin his own show that is set to release in. Okay, so the Loki show will be released on spring 2021 on the Disney Plus streaming service. That's the set release date as of right now, spring 2021. So if y'all want to look out for that show, Loki is getting his own show. Tom Hiddleston will return as Loki. The thing with this show is that the thing with all these shows that they said was that all these shows are sort of tie-ins to the MCU at large. So they will be directly and indirectly tied into the MCU. They said most of these shows will be tied in. So the thing with the Loki show is that the Loki show, the Loki show will actually take place after Endgame. Well, like sort of takes place after Endgame. If y'all remember the part in Endgame where they went back in time, they went back to New York of 2012, and they went to go get the Infinity Stones. If y'all remember the 2012 Loki when they were at Avengers Tower, and they had a little debacle during in the lobby. Y'all remember seeing y'all remember seeing 2012 Loki actually take the Tesseract and get out of there. He teleport out of there. So that was the 2012 Loki. They said that show will have the 2012 Loki. This will take place after he disappears. It'll show what happens after he took the Tesseract and disappears from that moment in time. So we will begin that kind of Loki. The thing with that kind of Loki is, if y'all think about it, the 2012 Loki was hell bent on, revenge, was hell bent on getting the Infinity Stones and all that stuff. So it will be an interesting thing to see how this Loki turns out, considering that it was the 2012 Loki that we get from Avengers, and it's not the Loki that we had before in the MCU. You know what I'm saying? Like the Loki we got from like Thor Ragnarok, Loki we got from Infinity War. It will not be that Loki. It will be the Loki from the 2012 Avengers movie, on how he's like not necessarily turning to more turning a new leaf over like he was after that movie. It would be like 2012 Loki. He's still like hell bent on being a villain and all that stuff. So we will begin that kind of character, and not the other character where he was kind of turning over a new leaf. So that's what they basically said for that Loki show. Like I said before, the Loki show will be coming on the Disney Plus streaming service. It'll be coming out in spring 2021. So for those of y'all that want to watch that, show, look out for that. Sorry. Hold on, let me see if I got some water right here. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier. So Falcon and Winter Soldier are going to be getting their own show. It's going to be called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So the Falcon and the Winter Soldier will begin their own show, which will also be on the Disney Plus service. That one so far has a set release date of fall 2020. So that one will be coming out next year. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier get their own show coming out in fall 2020 on the Disney Plus streaming service. Yes, Nick brings up an excellent point. Whenever I was watching the Marvel panel, Falcon actually came out with the shield whenever they announced them to come out. Falcon came out holding the shield. So we will actually, I guess we'll get more in depth in this show, getting how Falcon could possibly take over the role of Captain America, because he came out with the shield. So we might be able to get that in depth look at how he takes over the role for Captain America. Hey, how's it going, Lindsay? So they both came out. Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan both came out during the panel whenever they were talking about the show Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They both came out and they were talking about the show. Of course, there was no plot details. Like, we didn't get no plot details too much for any of these ones. But one thing that they did drop, though, or that they said, will be that Daniel Bruhl will be returning as Zemo. Now, if y'all remember Zemo, the character Zemo, he was the villain in Captain America: Civil War. In my opinion, he was a pretty good villain. Like, he was able to take down the Avengers without even using superpowers. Like, literally just critical thinking he used, planning everything out, and all that stuff. He was able to take down the Avengers without actually using any kind of powers or anything. So they did confirm that Daniel Bruhl, who plays Zemo, will be returning in this show. They did not say what his specific role will be, if he's going to be the villain of the show or if he's going to play a major part in the show. All they said was that he will be appearing in the show. They did not give any details as to what his character will be doing in the show. They just say he's going to be coming out. So if y'all watch the show, y'all could expect to see Zemo return in the show. So, and basically they didn't say too much else about that either. They're mainly asking questions like, the questions they asked was like, do y'all have fun on set and stuff like that? And, Anthony Mackie is a pretty funny guy. I remember when I met Anthony Mackie at one of the Comic-Cons he was at. He did a panel. Like, he's a super funny guy. He's super laid back and all that. So he was same way during this panel, just being all funny and stuff like that. So that's what he was. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Nick, that'll be interesting to see how the suit will turn out. That'll be interesting to see how the suit turns out. The suit that Anthony Mackie could end up wearing as a Captain America role. For those of y'all that know the comics, Falcon actually takes over the Captain America role for Steve Rogers, and also too, Winter Soldier does also take over the Captain America role for Steve Rogers also. So since we're getting a Falcon and Winter Soldier, of course, for those of y'all that seen Endgame, Falcon was given the shield as pretty much the sign that he could become the new Captain America, the role of Captain America. But also too, in the comics, besides Falcon, it was also Winter Soldier that also became Captain America also. So whether or not we see this in the show or like that, but so far as we know, Falcon is going to be taking over the role of Captain America as far as we know right now. So the show, like I was saying before, the show Falcon and the Winter Soldier will be coming out in fall 2020 on the Disney Plus streaming service. So look out for that for those of y'all that are interested. Let's see what we could talk about next. All right, let's talk about the Hawkeye show. All right, so we got the confirmation that Hawkeye will also begin his own show on the Disney Plus streaming service. So Hawkeye will begin his own TV show, and the thing with Hawkeye is, it makes sense that he's the one that gets his own show, considering that he's one of the only few left. All right, see you later, Lisa. So it makes sense that Hawkeye will begin his own show, considering that he's one of the only few left from the original 6 Avengers. Those of y'all that know, those of y'all that seen Endgame know of the remaining original 6 Avengers that are left. Now you got like Hulk, you got Hawkeye, you got Thor, and you know what happened to the other ones. So it makes sense that he gets his own show. What they did say about this show, I think they showed a preview, but I didn't get to see the preview though. But they did say about this show, Hawkeye will be training the next person that would take his place as the new Hawkeye. So during this show, he will be training the next person that will be taking his place as the new Hawkeye. And the new Hawkeye that we are going to be getting is going to be, in fact, Kate Bishop. For those of y'all that know the character Kate Bishop from the comics, she does take over the Hawkeye role after Hawkeye doesn't take the role no more. So we are getting, it was confirmed that we are getting Kate Bishop in this show. So pretty much that's what the show is going to be about. Hawkeye training Kate Bishop to take over the role of Hawkeye for him. So that's what they said the show will be about. That's what we're getting in this show. Those of y'all that want that like Hawkeye and all that stuff. So was she cut from Endgame? I think so. I think she was actually cut from Endgame. I think she was supposed to appear. I'm not. I don't know if it was confirmed or not. But she was. I heard rumors that she was supposed to appear in Endgame. I heard rumors there was supposed to be a couple other people that are supposed to appear in Endgame, but they didn't end up doing. It was confirmed that there was what's her name? That one chick from that one Netflix show. Was it 13 Reasons Why? I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what the show is. 13 Reasons Why. I don't know her name. I forgot her name. But the chick that was in that show was actually supposed to come out in Endgame, but they cut her part. She was actually supposed to play the Tony Stark's daughter, but the older version. There was actually a deleted scene after. Well, I'm going kind of spoiler territory here. So, whenever Tony snaps, right? Whenever he snaps in Endgame, and he's starting to die, he actually goes to the same part of the Soul World that Thanos did. Whenever Thanos first got the Soul Stone, there was that one part where he sees young Gamora, and she asks him, what do you do, and all that stuff like that. There's that one part where he sees young Gamora. So that was actually supposed to happen. It's a delete scene. They already confirmed it. It was a delete scene. That was actually supposed to happen to Tony Stark. Also, after he did the snap and he was already drifting off and dying, he was actually supposed to go into the Soul Stone like that, the same way that Thanos did. And he was actually going to meet his daughter, but when she was already grown up, and that's what that one chick was supposed to play. She was playing the Tony Stark's daughter, but when she's older. And basically, what they said was that Tony Stark will enter into that world. He will meet his daughter whenever she's older, and she will say, I think she was supposed to say that she understood why he did what he did, or something like that. I think that's what was happening. She understood what was why he did what he did to save other people and save the world and all that stuff. So that was basically the delete scene that we were supposed to get in game, but we didn't end up getting it after all. They cut it. Sorry about that. But back to what I was saying about Hawkeye. So Hawkeye's show will be basically what they said was it'll be Hawkeye training Kate Bishop to take over the role for him. That's what they basically said with the show. Majority of the show will be about. So that's what the Hawkeye show will be about. We're getting the Hawkeye show on the new Disney Plus streaming service. The Hawkeye show will be coming out in fall 2021. For those of y'all that are interested in that, look out for that whenever it comes out. All right, so next up, let's talk about Thor. Let's talk about Thor. We'll do that. We'll talk about Thor. So it was confirmed that we're getting Thor 4, or we actually got the new title for the next Thor movie. The next Thor movie will actually be called Thor: Love and Thunder. That's the new title for the next Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder. So the cast came out. It was also confirmed too a few days ago, it was confirmed that Taika Waititi will actually be coming back to write and direct Thor: Love and Thunder. So, for those of y'all that liked Thor Ragnarok, I liked Thor Ragnarok. I thought it was a very good movie. So, for those of y'all that like Thor Ragnarok, the person that directed that movie will be coming back to write and direct this Thor movie also. So, it should turn out good. Taika Waititi is a pretty good writer and director. I like his work. Yeah, they were talking about the stuff like that. They didn't get too much details, but the big shocker that we did get was that Natalie Portman, who plays Jane Foster, will actually be returning in this movie. Now, she has been gone for quite a while. If y'all noticed in the MCU, she has been gone quite a while. She did make an appearance in Endgame, but it was a quick appearance in Endgame just for the going back to the past and all that stuff. She did make a quick appearance, but they did confirm Natalie Portman herself even came out during the panel too. They did confirm that Natalie Portman's character Jane Foster will come back out in this movie, and they did say that she will not be playing the damsel in distress role like she did in previous Thor movies. So she will not be playing the damsel in distress role. She will actually have a bigger role in this movie. And like Nick was saying, I think what they're saying, confirming in this movie, is that Jane Foster will actually become Lady Thor. Now, if y'all remember Lady Thor from the comics, it's Jane Foster, and she takes over the role of Thor, or Lady Thor. She becomes Lady Thor basically, and that's what they're confirming from this panel. Because whenever they did the panel, whenever she came out, and they're talking about she's coming out of the movie and all that stuff like that, and then they ended up actually giving her a hammer. They gave her Mjolnir. They gave her the hammer, and they're saying she's coming out and all that stuff. So my belief in this movie is that Jane Foster, Natalie Portman's character, will actually be taking the role of Lady Thor in this movie. That's my guess. I think that's what they were confirming also, but we'll have to wait and see what happens during Thor: Love and Thunder. That has a set release date of, so as of right now, Thor: Love and Thunder has a set release date of November 5th, 2021. So we got to wait another 2 years for that movie to come out, but should turn out good. You got Taika Waititi coming back to write and direct the movie, so it should be good. You got Tessa Thompson coming back, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, of course, comes back. No other details have been said so far about this movie other than that. So it should be good, should be amazing. I wouldn't say it's another guess necessarily, but one thing that I would like to see happen, if possibly in this movie, if not happen in the future, I believe it's going to happen in the future. It's already been confirmed in Thor Ragnarok, but I think it's a possibility that it could happen in this next Thor movie. If not this next Thor movie, then in another future MCU movie. I think we're going to get him. The person I want to see come out will be Beta Ray Bill. Now, for those of y'all that know Beta Ray Bill, he is similar to Thor's character. He has a almost like a magical hammer, also similar to Thor. So and it's also the way with Beta Ray Bill is that it's actually confirmed that he exists within the MCU. If y'all remember in Thor Ragnarok, whenever Thor first enters Sakaar, there's a monument, a tall building with previous champions' heads on the monument. There was I think they were building Hulk's head at the time. There was also a Crononite, or I forget how it's pronounced, but I think it's called Crononite, which is the same thing like Korg is, but it was a different person, a different character. And also, too, on the other side was what looked like Beta Ray Bill. Now, the reason why it looked like Beta Ray Bill, you could tell from the sort of horse-shaped head that his species has. I forgot what the species is called. I believe it starts with a T or something like that. But if y'all happen to know what their species is called, let me know. But it was confirmed, and it was shown that Beta Ray Bill was actually one of the previous champions before. to whether or not he escaped. He probably possibly escaped from Sakaar. So I just think that would be cool if we get Beta Ray Bill to come out in this next Thor movie, like not necessarily full fledged throughout the whole movie, but if we get an introduction to the character, I think that would look pretty cool. You know, yeah, exactly. They don't tease stuff like that with no payoff. I'm still waiting. I don't know if y'all know about this. Like, I definitely don't know Planet Hulk. Brent, the thing with Planet Hulk is we are not going to get it. Like, we're definitely not going to get it. The thing with Planet Hulk, like, I would like a Planet Hulk movie too. Planet Hulk was amazing storyline. They did the animated movie also. The thing with Planet Hulk is that we're not. Thor Ragnarok acted as Planet Hulk. I know it's not like a full fledged Planet Hulk, but that pretty much acted as a little tidbit to Planet Hulk. So we're not actually going to get a Planet Hulk movie, but the Thor Ragnarok acted as a tidbit to Planet Hulk. Venom was also possibly coming. Yes, I did hear a theory about Venom. We'll talk about that. Remind me about it. We'll talk about it. Or I guess we can talk about it now. So I heard a couple of theories about Venom. One theory about Venom, yeah, because of Universal, that's the reason why we're not getting Planet Hulk. For those of you that don't know, Marvel does not own the sole rights to Hulk. They are only able to borrow and use Hulk, just like Spider-Man. Like, they do not own the rights to. They don't own the full rights to Hulk. Universal owns the rights to the Hulk. So they are only borrowing him. They are only able to use him because Universal says they can use him. Universal controls Hulk. So whatever Hulk does, Universal has control over. So that's like the main reason why we're not getting a Planet Hulk movie, because Universal controls Hulk. The Venom theory, there was a couple theories I heard. One that stuck out to me the most was how Venom, or not necessarily Venom, but the symbiote. If y'all know about Venom, he's a symbiote from outer space. The one theory that I did hear about, since this I'll talk about it now, since it actually ties into Thor Ragnarok. The theory that I heard about was that Hela's the way Hela has that black stuff that forms around her, like she's able to form a sword out of thin air from the black stuff that she has. She's able to form her, her headdress, her crown, wherever, where it's all the spikes and stuff like that. I was like nothing and stuff like that. The theory was that she actually has a symbiote with her. That was the theory that I heard, and actually, it's a pretty good theory. Um, it makes sense. As far as it being confirmed, it has not been confirmed or anything. It was just a theory. So, we don't know if we're going to get Venom in the MCU at any time or point. So we'll just have to wait and see how it turns out with Venom. Nick's talking about Nova. So I did hear, I don't know if it was 100% confirmed, but I did hear that, and they did say this before. I heard it before from them, that they said we're supposed to be getting a Nova movie. They said that already. I don't know exactly when it's coming out. They didn't even mention it in the panel. They didn't mention it in the panel at all either. But I did hear that we're supposed to be getting a Nova film, but they didn't mention the panel or confirm it. So I'm going to take it as a grain of salt. If we're going to actually get the Nova film or not. Even though it's been rumored, it's been sort of confirmed, but they didn't talk about it during this panel. So we'll just have to wait and see if we actually get a Nova movie. Yeah, exactly. Nova and Guardians of the Galaxy, the first Guardians of the Galaxy, you had the Nova Prime, the Nova officers. That's basically what Nova was like an officer of the Nova Corps and all that. So that's basically what Nova was. Spider-Man 3 should be Kraven's Last Hunt. Yeah, that would be. The thing with that is that they have said that the director of Spider-Man Far From Home has said that he wants to do Kraven for the next movie. Now, as far as doing Kraven's Last Hunt, that's a little bit of a darker storyline. I don't think Marvel will actually try to do. Maybe they'll try to do it, but it's going to be a watered down version of that storyline because that storyline was sort of a darker one. So uh we're not gonna. It seems like we're not gonna actually be able to get the full version of that one. But like Craven, definitely Craven. I would like to see. I think Craven would be a good villain to use. They end up using him in the third movie. I don't know. There's still other people that they haven't used yet. I know Scorpion does exist in the MCU now. We got the hints at Scorpion in the Spider-Man Homecoming. He came out in there. So there's Scorpion. Vulture is still around, even though he's still in prison. So Vulture's still around. Chameleon is related to him. Yeah, Chameleon is another character. I don't know about using him as a main character, maybe more of a side kind of character. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what they do with Spider-Man 3. Let's see what we could talk about next. All right, so there's two more things we could talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the Eternals next. So we'll talk about the Eternals. All right, so it was confirmed that was confirmed a while back actually. Uh, that we are going to get Eternals movie. So for those of you that don't know the Eternals, I'll admit that I don't know too much about the Eternals. I know of the Eternals. I know of the Eternals, but I do not know every little thing about them. You know, it's going cap. We're just talking about Marvel Phase 4, what they revealed and all that stuff. So the Eternals, we're getting Eternals movie. Um, so yeah, Nick, talking about the cast. They have an excellent cast. They really do. They have an excellent cast. So the cast that they were actually able to get was they actually, let me see, let me read it off right here. So the cast that they actually were able to get was the some of the big people that they got was Angelina Jolie, Richard Madden, Kumail Nanjiani, Lauren Ridloff, Brian Tyree Henry, Salma Hayek, Leah McHugh, and Don Lee. So that's the cast that they have so far for the Eternals. So far has a set release date of November 6, 2020. So that will probably be the next film after Black Widow. Since Black Widow comes out in May of 2020, we'll begin Eternals in November 2020. So it looks like we'll only be getting 2 Marvel films next year because as of right now, they haven't released, they haven't have anything else official yet or confirmed for next year. So the Eternals movie we're getting next year. The deal with the Eternals is that Celestials. For those of y'all that know who the Celestials are in the Marvel comics, they were sent by Celestials to Earth to pretty much live amongst humans and be around on Earth. So we're this movie. It'll be an interesting new aspect that Marvel will be doing with this movie. That they'll be moving towards the non characters that we have already. They're focusing more on other characters that they could bring in. So this will be a great addition to MCU that they start focusing on other characters. Um, so we're getting this movie Eternals, and like I was saying before, they're immortal beings that were sent here. So be interesting to see how they adapt this movies. Be able to see what they do with it. Yeah, they're basically immortals. That's basically what they are. They were sent here, and they're immortal. So we're gonna be getting that movie Eternals coming out in November. So far, it says set release date of November 6, 2020. So that's when we'll get it. We'll get it next year. And the cast is good. It's a great cast. So I don't have no problems with them making a great movie with the cast they have too. So should turn out good. Be an interesting story. See what they do with it. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So the next one now I'm gonna talk about one's Blade. Blade was actually the first thing we talked about, Cap. So Blade did not get a release date yet. And I can look at it. It's not released or anything. Yeah, so Blade does not have a release date yet. But I'll talk about Blade again in a second. Let me finish talking about this one right here real quick, and then we could go back to Blade or talk about whatever else I want to talk about. All right, so the next one that I'm going to talk about is all right, so the next is a Blade, a TV show or movie. Yeah, that's the thing, Brent. They didn't say too much about Blade. We don't know if it's a TV show. We don't know if it's a movie. So they didn't say too much about it, honestly. All right, so let me talk about this last thing real quick, and then we'll talk about anything else I want to talk about. Yeah. So the last thing that they, not necessarily the very last thing they announced, but one of the other things they announced during the panel was the What If series. Now, basically, the What If series is going to be a animated TV series. So this would be the first MCU based animated TV series. They said that the characters, like all the actors and actresses that portray the characters now, will actually be appearing in the show as themselves. Like, so they'll be talking for their own characters in this show because it's animated. They did say that the main person that will be appearing in throughout the whole series will actually be a watcher. That's a voice actor that's acted by I forgot who they said was acted by, but I think the dude from Westworld. He also came out in Hunger Games also too. So I think he's going to be talking for the Watcher. So that's what they said is going to be the Watcher, and he's basically the What If series is basically what if this happened in the MCU? What if this happened? Sort of like that. So it's going to be talking about. So it's going to be talking about like theories. It's going to be talking about backstories and stuff like that throughout this animated series. It's going to be like, what if this happened instead of this happened? What if this theory came true? What if this really happened in their backstory? So that's basically what that What If series will be about. It's going to be an animated series, basically talking about what if this happened? What if this theory happened? What if this happened instead of that happening? And that's basically what they said this series will be about. And Watcher will be the person that comes out throughout the whole series. They were saying. So that's going to be on the new Disney streaming service, also Disney Plus streaming service. That will be coming out in the summer of 2021. So far, that is a set release date for it so far, 2021 summer on the Disney Plus streaming service. Y'all want to talk about Blade? We could talk about Blade. We'll talk about anything else y'all want to talk about since I covered all the main stuff already. So y'all let me know what y'all want to talk about. Y'all want to talk about Blade? Uh, Nick does bring up a good point about Blade saying Marvel Studios. The thing with that, Nick, is that all of them say Marvel Studios on it. Even the shows say Marvel Studios on them. So like I look up the picture for the Falcon and Winter Soldier, it says Marvel Studios above it. I see WandaVision, it says Marvel Studios above it. I see Hawkeye, it says Marvel Studios above it. So it was a good like thing that you said, but the thing is that they all say Marvel Studios above them. So I mean, I'm assuming it's a movie. We don't know what it is necessarily confirmed, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what Blade will actually end up turning to be into movie, show. I'm not too worried about what it'll be. Cool if it's a show. Cool also as long as we get it and it turns out good, I'm definitely excited for it, whatever it ends up being. Because I like Blade. I saw the original trilogy when I was younger. I liked the Wesley Snipes versions of it. So whenever we're getting this Blade and the person that they revealed who will actually be playing Blade, I'm actually not against it. Who they actually chose, the person they chose is actually a pretty good actor. So I think he could be able to pull it off and play the character pretty well. So I'm excited for Blade. I know y'all are excited for Blade. Pretty much everybody else was excited for Blade. Like that's like the main consensus that I see people doing. That they're saying, "Oh my gosh, Blade's coming back" and all that stuff like that. That's mainly what I've been seeing all around. Is that a lot of people, most of the people there were excited for Blade. Right? Yeah, that's funny. I definitely remember that. Definitely remember that saying. Yeah, always trying to ice skate uphill. Yeah, I remember that. Yep, that was funny. But yeah, like I said, I definitely like the Wesley Snipes versions of Blade. I watched them when I was younger. The first Blade movie was actually the first rated R movie I saw. Uh, yeah, that was actually the first rated R movie I saw when it came out. Was the first Blade movie, so I remember that. I remember watching them. I have them. I still have them. Like, not still have them. I'm saying I have them right now. With like, I had the movies of them. So I still like watching them to this day because I like them. So I still watch them. Yeah, I know my moves were awesome. I thought you were the Punisher, Brent. Why are you saying that you're a Blade now? Why are you saying you're Blade? I thought you were the Punisher. Ugh, ugh. I'm sorry. Yeah, right. You can't be both. You can't be Punisher and you can't be Blade. You gotta choose one of them. Yeah. So, is there anything else y'all want to talk about in the MCU? Anything else that y'all think's coming out and stuff like that? I basically covered all the stuff that they talk about during the panel. Basically covered it. But if y'all want to talk about something else, talk about anything else that's coming up. Okay, now you're saying you're Cosmic Ghost Rider. Really? Now you're saying you're Cosmic Ghost Rider. Well, damn, make up your mind. What are you? Can't make up your mind. I got allergies acting up. So I got runny nose and on the verge of sneezing. Oh, Cap, you missed the I think you need that padded room. Cap, you missed the trivia, the Power Rangers trivia. Uh we had it earlier. Like right before this stream we had it. So you missed it out. Missed out on it. There was a giveaway on there too. You're Nicolas Cage. That's funny. I don't know. I don't know. Do you want to be that Ghost Rider? I don't want to be that Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider series. I didn't talk about that. I did hear rumors of there being a Ghost Rider series, but nothing that I've really seen has been confirmed by them yet. They didn't really talk about it either during the panel. They didn't even mention it. There was no mention of it at all during the panel. So whether or not it's confirmed or not, I did hear about it. I know exactly what you're talking about. I did hear about it. Supposedly, we're supposed to be getting a Ghost Rider series. As to what I don't know if we're getting it or when we're getting it. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Cap. Lisa told us what happened. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was just Power Rangers trivia. There was a giveaway. Let's see, Bucky was one that ended up winning. He got the most points, and he ended up winning. Let's see who else was there. Brant was playing too. I think Brant got second place. Lisa got third place, which was pretty good. And then you had some other people there too. Yeah, she was saying that. Stacking dough. Oh man. I've been asleep yet. I've been up for yeah, she got third. I think she got like what, 4, 5 points, something like that. At least it should have won. Bucky cheated. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how Bucky cheated. Bucky is a huge Power Rangers fan, Brent. I mean, you already know that. Everybody knows that already. I'm just saying, I don't know exactly how he cheated. If he did cheat, I don't know exactly how he would have cheated. But you know that he's a huge Power Rangers fan. So, you know, you can't answer fast. Yeah, like if you know your stuff that fast and you're able to type that fast, yeah, you were. You're a lot of times. Elisa was right behind him, like literally a split second behind Bucky. Like honestly, even if he hacked my phone, Cap, even if he hacked it, I do not have the questions on my phone. I write all my questions down in a notebook. I have a notebook where I write all the questions down. So the questions are not written on my phone. He did what you yelled at me for doing, DK. For what? Are you talking about answering ahead? He didn't like really answer ahead. Like you legit were answering ahead. I'm saying, Brian, you were like legit answering ahead. Over there saying, all the other animals and stuff like that. Like you legit were answering ahead. His was just more of a super fast thing. He did it once. I don't know. I don't remember exactly which question was. He did it on once again. So I mean, that's just saying. Even if he did it once, he's still. Even if I took that point away, it still would have been like way ahead. Yeah, I'm saying like he's a huge Power Rangers fan, so he knows his stuff. Basically, if it was DBZ again, I win every time. The funny thing about that, Cap. The funny thing about that, we have our group chat on Instagram. We have our group chat. So Brant had a Dragon Ball Z trivia, and he actually had a giveaway for the trivia. So, oh, sorry. He had it. Brant had a Dragon Ball Z trivia, and he had a giveaway prize also. So we did the trivia, and so basically I won the trivia. I mean, it was mostly Dragon Ball Z. Then it turned into like sort of other stuff, So yeah, that's what happened. But like I won the trivia, so I get the prize. I think he also gave the second place prize to Nick. You know, if you want to be in the group chat, Elisa, I can add you. I'll add you. If you want to be in the group chat, I can add you. If Cap wants to be in the group chat too, I can add both of y'all. You know, like I'll add y'all both in there if y'all want to be in there. Yeah, we won the Red Chrome Vegeta. That's what Brett gave us. Okay, Chrome sucks. I mean, I wanted it. I wanted it. So I'm a sucker for Dragon Ball Z pops, and I'm also a sucker for Red Chrome because red is my favorite color. So anything that's Red Chrome looks nice to me. So that's double whammy for me. I'm a sucker for Dragon Ball Z and a sucker for Red Chrome. So that's why I wanted it. But yeah, that's what we got. That's we played the trivia. That's what Brent gave us. And then I think we're supposed to be doing a My Hero Academia trivia coming up that he's going to be doing. He's supposed to be giving away something for that one also. So I gotta watch season 3. I'm on season 3 right now of My Hero Academia, so I gotta finish watching that. And I think I gotta watch the movie also. I think he's doing a movie, so I gotta finish watching season 3, watch the movie, and I think I think we're gonna be doing the. I don't know when exactly, but when everybody is ready for the My Hero Academia trivia, that's when Brent will have it, and he said he's giving something away for that one also. Got the Super Saiyan 2 Gotenks recently, and Ghost Kamikaze Tag Gotenks is coming. That's cool. Super Saiyan 2, don't you mean Super Saiyan 3? Plus all the new comments. Yeah, plus the new comments. Okay, Brent added you. Cap, if Cap wants to be in a group also. I'm going to try to send it as soon as possible, Cap. I'm trying to. Yeah, this money been tight, family stuff, all that, you know how it gets. And I think my box is actually bigger than y'all's. Yeah, my box is actually bigger than the one y'all sent. Yeah. So I gotta see how much it's gonna cost for that. But my box, like I haven't looked inside your box yet. But I'm saying like judging from the size alone, my box is bigger than y'all box. That my box that I'm sending y'all, not the box y'all sent me, but the box I'm sending y'all is bigger than the box y'all sent me. So I gotta see how much it's gonna cost to ship that. Yeah. I mean, it should be okay. It doesn't have no damages on the outside of the box or anything. So hopefully everything is okay. Yeah. So the box that I'm sending y'all is bigger than the box y'all sent me. So I gotta see how much that's gonna cost because y'all told me how much it costs for y'all. So hopefully it doesn't cost a whole lot. Put fragile everywhere. Yeah. I'm gonna have to put fragile right on the box and all that stuff like that. All over the place. Put fragile. So I send y'all because I'm sending y'all the pops and then I'm sending y'all the snacks and food and stuff like that. So that's what will be in the box. Yeah, I just got to figure out when I can send it off. I'll see. Just depends when I can. Yeah. So Brent added y'all to the group. We have a group there on Instagram. Y'all just pop in and chat with whoever's there. We added some new people the other day, also. So there'll be some other people in there also. So it's basically the people here already in our streams, and then basically the some other new people that y'all might not know. So they're separately wrapped. Yeah. I mean, hopefully they don't melt. I have the box sitting right there, so hopefully it doesn't melt. Like I didn't really want to open the box until I do the video, so I could get like an actual reaction. But if you want me to, I could check it. I could open it up and check it, and make sure the snacks are not melting. And if I have to, I could put them in the refrigerator or freezer or something like that. I don't know. I just didn't want to open it, because I just wanted to actually get a genuine reaction whenever I do the video. That's why I didn't open it yet. Jericho. I don't know. I'll see. See what I do. I mean, I don't think it'll melt. It's not like it's out in the sun or anything, and it's not like the room is hot or anything either. So I don't know. I'll see what I do. Yep. I got. I still got a bunch of videos to do. I'm so behind on videos. I got so much videos to do. Got so many videos to do. There's a lot of stuff to do. Scooby snacks. Scooby snacks. Yeah, I'm hungry again, Chris, and too, and now he needs to get. Uh, yeah, we have one recorded. Yeah, y'all talking about the Cat made a post. I think he made a post about it. How y'all computer was messed up. Sucks. Understand the problem with that. You know, the thing like with me, I don't edit or do anything video wise on my computer. I literally film and edit everything on my phone. So that's the way I do it. It seems to be working for me. So I just stick with it the way I do it. I film and edit on my phone. How much memory do I have on my phone? I think I have like a 16 gigabytes on my phone. But the way external, like I have 16 gigabytes internal memory on my phone, and then I have like a 32 gigabyte SD card, like external SD card that I have on my phone. So whenever I film, all my videos go onto the external SD card. So that's how I have extra room to film stuff. So I'm able to, like, if I'm able to get the time, I'm able to actually film a couple of videos and store all the videos on uh on my SD card, and then I'm able to edit later. Like that's my process. Like if I'm able to film I try to film a couple videos at a time and then edit them later on, you know. So, you know, Chris is worried about having to delete. Yeah, the thing with that is if you're talking about like on a phone, it's not necessarily like it's not a problem for me because I have two external hard drives. Each one of my external that I have for backup, you know, I put videos on there as backup or anything I film I put on there. I have two external hard drives. Each one of them is 2 terabytes. So if I had to delete something off my phone, I just back it up onto the external hard drive, and then I delete it off my phone after that. That's what I do. So the thing with y'all, the way y'all saying is that y'all have used a computer, which I'm assuming y'all save all y'all videos on the computer instead of actually having a hard drive. So I mean, I have a hard drive as backup. Like I have two of them. I use two of them for backup just in case one breaks or something. But I have two of them. So that's the thing with that. If you're not able to have an external hard drive that has like a lot of memory, then if you're trying to use a phone to film, you could do it. The thing is that if you don't have it, if you want to back up stuff, and you're not able to back it up, then you will have to delete it off your phone to, of course, make room for more videos to film. Yeah, that's definitely what I've been doing. Like I've been doing that since I started YouTube. I basically like before I started YouTube, I'd done a lot of research on stuff to do. I'd done a lot of research on how to run a channel. I'd done research on what certain ways I could film, what certain things I could use to film, and what certain things I should get. My process is that I have the two external hard drives that I use for backup. Both of them are 2 terabytes each, so that is basically like 2,000 gigabytes each. Because it's like I believe it's like close to around 1,000 gigabytes for 1 terabyte. So each one is 2 terabytes. So that's basically like 2,000 gigabytes, I believe, for each one. So I have two of them, and then I film on my phone. It saves all the video clips I have to my external SD card on my phone, and then when I'm ready to edit them, I already have the video clips on the card, the SD card. I edit them on my phone also. Edit, export all of them, even upload it to YouTube off of my phone. Then when I'm done with that process and I don't need the video clips no more, I get the SD card, connect it to my computer, connect the external hard drive to the computer also, and just take the video clips that I want to save off the SD card and put them onto the external hard drive. And that's how I save my video clips that I want to save. And then after I'm done saving them as backup on the external hard drive, I just delete the videos off of my SD card. That way I have more room to do more videos after that. And that's basically what I do back and forth for all that stuff. Well, yeah, no problem. If you have y'all ever had questions about stuff, you just ask me. I try to help out when I can. If I know the answer or not. The show he's talking about is My Hero Academia. I was telling you about it, Cat. I know you're worried about watching it and being obsessed with collecting the pops. I'm um, just saying, My Hero Academia is a pretty good show. People have told me about it. Not only Brent and Bucky and Nick were telling me about it, but other people besides them were telling me about it. And I was like, I might as well, since it's the summertime right now, I'm not watching any shows. I was like saying, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and try to watch some of these new shows that I haven't seen yet. So I'm watching My Hero Academia. I'm watching My Hero Academia, and it's a pretty good show. I watched the first 2 seasons already. I'm on the third season right now, so I enjoy it. I like watching it. It's a pretty good show, honestly. I'm just saying, you eventually check it out. It's pretty good. I'm just saying, Cap. I understand your reasoning behind it. I understand the reason why. One of the reasons why you won't watch it. I understand because you don't want to have to buy the pops. But the thing about it is that the pops for the show are actually not that expensive. Like literally, it's a small line. I mean, there's a couple more exclusives that are coming out soon, but it's a small line. Uh, and the pops aren't expensive. Most of them are commons. There's a couple exclusives. The only ones that you don't have to worry about. Well, I mean, the ones if you really want them that bad, the ones that you worry about, there's only two of them that are high priced. There's only two of them are high priced. The other ones are from the $10 to $20 range, so it's not like super expensive. There's most of them are commons. There's a couple exclusives, but they're $10 to $20 range for most of them. There's only two of them that I know of that are like more high price, and that's the glow in the dark All Might and the Tenya pop. Those are more higher price. Those are going towards the $100 range. So those are the only two that you would actually have to worry about. If you really wanted them, those would be the only two you have to worry about. Other than that, there's only commons and a couple exclusives that range from $10 to the $20 range. So they're not super expensive. I was worried about it too. I understand your worriness, Cap. I understand it. That's one of the things why it took me so long to watch the show. Also, because I was worried about getting the pops too. But it turns out the pops are not actually that expensive. So I went ahead and gave it a chance. I like the show. I'm not obsessed with getting the pops right now. Like I do want most of them eventually, but I'm not obsessed with getting them right now. So I'm just saying, if you're strong enough to watch the show without getting obsessed with collecting the pops, then I say definitely check out the show. It's a good show. I recommend it. I like it. So if you ever get the chance to watch it, definitely check it out. Oh yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, I understand. I know what you're saying. That's space too. Yeah, space. I definitely understand what you're saying. Yeah, I know. I know. Got you in Dragon Ball Z mentioned in the last video. I know. Yeah, I understand, Cap. I understand the space and all that. I'm just saying, if you ever do get the chance to check it out, and if you're strong enough to not be obsessed with collecting them, definitely check it out. There, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, it's a good show. So do y'all get the any San Diego Comic Con pops? Do I get them? I know that Brent is a little jealous of the one I got right here. So Brent, look at this one I got. So I got let me get into the camera. So I got this one right here, Brent. Yeah, Dragon Ball Super. You gotta do also. Yeah, so I got the Shonen one. Brent said this one sold out. This is actually the only one that hasn't restocked yet. All the other ones have restocked, but this one hasn't restocked yet. So I'm glad I was able to pick it up. I got the Shonen. I didn't get all of them. I got the Shonen though, and I also got the. I also got the. Hold on, I have them right here on the shelf. Also got the Leonard. I got the Green Lantern. Leonard as Green Lantern. Also, I also got the Howard as Batman one. Also, so those are the only ones I was able to pick up at the time. I couldn't pick up all of them. I just didn't have enough to pick up all of them, so I chose those three for right now. Simpsons, Two-Pack, Cisco, and Ghost Go Tanks. Yeah, I definitely wanted Ghost Go Tanks, but it was at Box Lunch, and like Box Lunch is not close by to me, so I was able to get the Ghost Go Tanks. So that's definitely one I'm going to have to try to get later on. Yeah, Ghost Go Tanks is definitely one I want to get eventually. I mean, pretty much eventually we get all the Dragon Ball Z pops. So, yeah, Tenya. Yeah, Tenya. Tenya will be one of those ones that's hard to get. I don't know if I ever get it. Yeah. Yeah, that would definitely look awesome if they did that. Uh the three ghosts go tanks to make the attack work. Yeah, that would look awesome. So yeah, I heard about that supposedly. So supposedly, Walgreens is releasing the Wong Pop with the actual con sticker on them, is what I heard. So people have actually been getting the con exclusive sticker instead of the shared exclusive sticker, is what I've been hearing. And Ghost Goten should be glowing dark. Yeah, that would have been cool. If it glows in the dark, that would have been cool. But they didn't do that. Maybe we'll get down the line eventually. Maybe, I don't know. Order once a day. Yeah, I don't have too much money to be ordering other stuff right now. Yeah, I gotta make sure I save and then do some pre-order stuff also. So we gotta do that. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I literally been up for like 24 hours now, maybe 25, maybe 25 hours. I'm kind of tired. Ugh. All right, see you later, Cap. See you later, Lisa. Who's the girl in the bikini picture? That is that is Tara Reid. That is Tara Reid. Uh, if you don't know exactly who Tara Reid is, she's the one that comes out in the American Pie movies. She came out in a few other movies. She's the one. She's also the one from Sharknado movies. So that's who that is. Yeah, I met her at Comic Con. She was at Sharknado. Yeah, she came out in the Sharknado movies. Yeah. All right. Man, I'm tired. I don't know. I'm thinking about taking a nap. I might be up there in the middle of the night though. I'm thinking about taking a nap right now, so I could be up doing stuff I need to be doing. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream right here. Thanks to those of you that came out. It was fun. Just being able to discuss it with y'all and get your opinions on it also. So thanks for coming out. Let's see. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I don't know. Think about taking a nap. Kind of tired. I'm a little tired. Did you watch the video I sent you? If you're talking about the Tara Strong video, I haven't seen it yet. So no. If that's the video they're talking about, I think that's the only video you sent me. That's the video they're talking about, and I haven't seen it yet. I'll watch it eventually. I don't know when, but I haven't seen it yet. So, but I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here before I start falling asleep again. Y'all later. I don't know. Maybe I'll be in the chat for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming out.